Boom shakalaka, watch out for this tricky Bitcoin move coming into a historically bullish February. Stay tuned. What is up, everyone? Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including watch out for this tricky Bitcoin move coming into a historically bullish February. Before we get into it, guys, like the video, it helps out so much. Now today, Fear and Greed Index at 55, just barely in the beginnings of greed, up from yesterday's neutral at 54. The overall market down 1% today. Bitcoin at 42,038, Ethereum at 22.59, BNB at 306, Solana $96, XRP 52 cents, Cardano 48 cents, Avalanche $34, and Dogecoin 7 cents. And Bitcoin right now, price getting rejected by the 50-day moving average, this yellow line right here, where it also converges with year-long support, this dashed line right here. And the last time the Bitcoin price broke down below the 50-day moving average, it has this red bar pattern, which you can see price dips, comes back up, and then takes a 15% tumble, which where we are right now would bring price to roughly $36,000 before continuing sideways until the end of February. Could this possibly happen? Is certainly something to keep an eye out for, especially as price gets squished between the 50 yellow and green 100-day moving averages right here. But this would be abnormal for February. If we take a look at Bitcoin monthly returns, February, which is the month coming up in the year, historically on average does 13%, and the median percent is 12%. So generally, we would expect a 12 to 13% gain, which would put Bitcoin price roughly at 44,000-ish by the end of February, higher than what this bar pattern does predict. But what else is going on here? Well, if we take a look at the TD sequential on the daily chart, it did flash a buy signal here a couple days ago, but Bitcoin price is still getting squeezed between the 50 and 100 SMA. And should that 100 SMA not find support, well, things might not look great for Bitcoin. We have longs and shorts on both sides of Bitcoin price. So as of right now, we are range bound in the $39,000 to $42,000 territory. Either way could cause a cascade up or down as long and short positions get liquidated. And if you look at things in terms of the halving, we are basically par for the course, about half a standard deviation away from the short-term holder cost basis, which is generally the territory that Bitcoin hovers in pre-halving rally. So this thing basically could go sideways for a while unless we have maybe money injections into the overall market. Taking a look at global liquidity, could see some acceleration of global liquidity in the upcoming years. Maybe part of the reason why crypto has 4-year cycles, but definitely one of the reasons why we might see increase in prices. DXY right now coming up against very solid resistance and having a bearish chart pattern, this rising wedge right here. If DXY breaks down, we might see Bitcoin break up because generally they go in opposite directions. Who is taking a look at all of these things? Well, Bitcoin whales. They have not been ignoring this despite the price dropping down. Bitcoin accumulation by whales has been massive. You can take a look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days in a row of massive accumulation by whales. This is the largest accumulation in a row for whales in quite a while. Do they know something that maybe we don't know? I think so. Right now, Bitfinex whales have added approximately 4,000 Bitcoin long positions since January 17th over the past 2 weeks, which is the first sustained increase since Bitfinex Bitcoin long positions fell sharply in November of last year. So they are preparing for something to happen that could be very, very big, could be a massive movement coming. As a matter of fact, if we take a look, I'll zoom in on this chart in a second, but as we can see in the chart below, events like these, where the amount of spending by older hands is statistically significant, is relatively infrequent. However, it often aligns with uptrending markets, meeting meaningful resistance. If we take a look at the Bitcoin monthly sum of revived supply Z-score, every time there is a large uptick in this green, Bitcoin takes a massive rally after this. Look at this, green, rally afterwards, green, rally afterwards. We have once again green Well, we could see another massive rally incoming because Bitcoin did find support on a double trendline support confluence. Similar to what we saw back here in September of last year, or this year? What year is it? I don't even remember. 2020, September of 2023. I'll just say that. I guess that's last year at this point. But we see support line 1 right here. We see support line 2 right here. Bitcoin found support there and then price doubled. Well, we have a double trendline support confluence once again. Could we see a doubling of price, pushing Bitcoin price to almost $80,000? Well, stranger things have happened. Despite how frothy the market may have seemed, based on the advanced NVT signal right here, Bitcoin has dropped into the green oversold bands for the first time in this bull market. That's right, it has not been this low on advanced NVT signal since way back here at the middle of 2022, the first time in this bull market, potentially getting close to a local bottom. These are indicators you want to keep an eye out for, especially significant indicators like this that only come along once in a cycle and generally precede massive vertical wall parabolic bull runs like the golden cross of the Ichimoku, Tenkan, and Kijun lines right here. Each time historically this happened, this was pretty much bull market all up territory for Bitcoin. And if we take a look at where we are based on the Bitcoin master plan put together here by Metal of Tokens or Master Kenobi, very interesting chart. So far, Bitcoin has been on a very repeatable 4-year cycle that has been very predictive of what is to happen. And until it is proven wrong, we can assume that this cycle will repeat once again. Now, the Bitcoin halving based on this, generally roughly somewhere 50% down from all-time high, which could be somewhere around $34,000. Now, it's not exact, but it's pretty ballpark close, because if we take a look at the bottom expected here in November when this chart was made, well, this bottom predicted down 82%, which was 12.5, about $3,000 off, but still order of magnitude territory where we are talking. So what does this chart predict? Well, taking a look at it, not only does it give us a territory of halving to top and bottom to top, so an idea of when the top would occur towards the end of 2025, October, November of 2025. But it also gives us an idea of what the price would be on the top based on a diminution of gains right here, right now, somewhere in the $200,000 to $500,000 top for Bitcoin. So things could be pretty spectacular in the upcoming 2 years, but the only way to know is to hang in there and not get liquidated by trading on leverage. So that's all for today's episode. If you did enjoy it, push the like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.